Hi, it's Elizabeth from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and today we'll be doing the handover video of the Elddis Encore 295. Next thing you'll come to is your cassette locker. So you need to make sure that the blade on the inside of the toilet is closed, and then you can lift the handle up and slide the cassette out. And to empty, you want to twist the spout round, unscrew the handle, and then when you empty it, you also want to press in the orange button. This just allows some air in and stops it from clogging. And then when you've emptied it, give it a good swirl around with some fresh water, empty it out again, and then put some blue or green liquid in the cap, pour it in, and then your cassette is ready for use again. Under the vehicle on the driver's side, we've got your wastewater drain off point. So you just want to twist the handle round and any wastewater will drain out of the tank. So you want to do this when you're leaving a site, so you're not travelling home with the extra weight of wastewater, but also when you're winterising the vehicle, you don't want to leave any water in the tank to freeze and cause frost damage through the colder months. Under the vehicle behind your back wheel on the driver's side, we've also got your fresh water drain off point. So again, twist the handle round and all your fresh water will drain out. So you can do this when you're travelling home, so you're not travelling home with all the weight of your fresh water, but we do advise you leave a little bit in just in case you need to stop off anywhere. But when you're winterising your vehicle, again, you want to leave the tank empty, so no water can freeze and cause frost damage in the cold months. Next thing we'll come to is your hookup point. So when you connect your cable to the vehicle, you want to lift the cap on the cable and then slot it onto the vehicle. And then always connect your hookup cable to the vehicle first and then the mains, and then when disconnecting, disconnect the mains and then the vehicle, so you're never walking around with a live lead. Next, we've got your freshwater filler point. So you'll need a hose pipe and an adapter, as some sites just provide a brass tap. Then you can put your hose pipe through there and fill up your freshwater tank, and when you're done, make sure you lock it with a key so no one can tamper with your fresh water. At the back of the vehicle at the top, we've got your reversing camera. We've then got your large rear window. And then we've got your bike rack bars, in case you wanted a bike rack adding at a later date. At the back of the vehicle on the passenger side, we've got an external locker leading to the underside of your rear lounge. Next, we've got an external 240 socket, and then we've also got an external TV point. Next, we have your external barbecue point, so you'll need this adapter here and a length of hose to connect to your Cadillac and barbecue. And then when you've got your gas bottles turned on and the flow of gas through your vehicle, you can turn the red handle and you'll get your flow of gas to your Cadillac and barbecue. Next, we've got your gas locker. This will hold 2 6-kilogram gas bottles. When you're connecting your pigtail to the bottle, you want to remember it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way around being gas, and you'll need a spanner just to nip it up tight. And then with the dial on the top, you can see the arrows for open and close. This will open and close your gas flow. If you've done that but you're still not receiving gas in the vehicle, you want to press this black button in. This is a release valve and it just lets the gas through the pigtail to the vehicle. And then we've also got a crash valve here, so if this little yellow button's ever popped out, just push it back in for a few seconds and it will allow gas back through your vehicle. Just on the outside of your passenger door, we've got your diesel and AdBlue. You'll need a ignition key to open up the diesel cap, and then when you're filling up AdBlue, you can get it at petrol stations or you can buy it in drums as well. Just on the outside of your passenger door, we've also got your ideal tyre pressures. On the front, we've got your bonnet release. Under the bonnet, the main things you want to focus on is your screen washer fluid, you've got your engine coolant and your brake fluid, your oil, negative, and then your positives just down there if you need to give or receive a jump start. And then we've also got the weight plates on the front as well. At the back of the vehicle on the driver's side in the corner, under the seat, we've got your boiler drain down. So when you want to drain all the water out of your boiler, you want to lift this yellow toggle up, so it's pointing to the roof. Then all the water will drain out of the boiler. You want to do this when you're winterising your vehicle, so you don't leave any water in the tank to freeze and cause frost damage. But also, if you're not using the van for a couple of weeks in the summer months, it's a good idea to drain your boiler out just so the water doesn't go stagnant. And remember, when you come to use your boiler again, you want the toggle to be facing the front of the vehicle so the water doesn't continuously drain out. The first thing you want to do when you get into your vehicle is turn your main control panel on. From here, you turn everything on the inside on with this button here. Then we've got your lights. So you can turn all your lights on, and then you do have the rocker switches around the vehicle to select individual lights. Next, we've got your awning light, and then we've got your water pump. So this gives you a pressurized flow of water through the vehicle. And we do also have some extras, so you can check your vehicle battery levels, your leisure battery levels, your fresh and wastewater levels, and we've also got your settings as well. Next, we've got your heating system. So from here you can see the temperature. So you can go from 5 degrees all the way up to 30 degrees, depending on how warm you'd like the vehicle. You've also got your fan speed here, so you can increase and decrease the fan speed depending on how fast you want the hot air to blow around the vehicle. And then to turn on and off, you just pop this dial off here. Next, we've got energy, so you can have just electric, so you can have 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts of electricity. You can just have gas, or you can have both on together. And then we've got your hot water, so you can have it on, or you can turn your hot water on to boost, which will take all the energy away from your heating and solely focus on hot water for half an hour. Here we've got all 3 gas burner hobs working. Just remember that once you've used them and turn them off, let the metal fully cool before you put the glass lid down, otherwise it will shatter. Here we've got your grill working on gas. Here we've got your oven working on gas. You might not be able to see the steam, but the water is hot and up to temperature. When you want to turn your rear lounge into the bed, under one of the benches you want to pull the side out to the base of the bed comes out, and then grab the other side and pull that into the middle as well. Then once you've got your bed frame sorted, you then want to grab the backrest, flip it over and then pop it in the middle, and then do the same with the other backrest. And then with the gap that's left, you want to grab your infill cushion and then pop it into the gap. And there, your double bed in the back of the vehicle is all ready. To turn it back into your lounge, you just reverse the steps, put the cushions back, bring the base of the bed back to the original position, and then you'll be able to use your lounge. Under the bench on the driver's side, we've got your trip switches and your fuses. So it's always a good idea to take some spare fuses with you on holiday, just in case any of them blow, you can easily replace them. And then if you're struggling with power in your vehicle, you can press your trip button and see if anything's tripping the vehicle out. And then right at the bottom here, we've got your tank heaters. So if you're using your vehicle in the colder months, flip the switch and you can pop your tank heaters on and then fill it with water, and then you'll be able to use them without worrying about the tanks freezing and causing frost damage. To turn your fridge on, you just want to hold the on button down until the blue lights come on. And from here, if you click mode, you can select what energy source the fridge works from. So if you have it on auto, it will automatically pick between the different settings. So if you're hooked up, it'll go to hookup. If you turn your vehicle on, it'll go to vehicle battery. And then if you have neither, it'll go to gas. Or you can manually pick which one you want to have it on. And then you also have temperature here, so you can have min all the way up to max. In the bathroom, we've got your shower, and then we've also got an extendable hanging rail to hang any of your wet clothes. got your sink and some cupboards below, and then we've got a nice large mirror. And we've also got your skylight. And we've got some more large cupboards. And then we've got your toilet. So to flush, you want to have your water pump turned on. Press the blue button and you get a flow of water into the bowl. And then to open the blade, you want to pull the grey lever forward to open the blade and push it back to shut the blade. Always keep the blade and the lid closed after use so you don't get any smells coming up through your vehicle. And we've also got a window that opens up as well. In the cupboard behind your passenger seat, we've got your 2 hanging rails for all your clothing.